it's Natasha Red here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to another episode of the Regal Royals. So if you enjoyed what you've seen so far with that lovely machinima, please give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button and bell icon so that you don't miss out on future episodes. Especially give this video a comment if you enjoyed having two machinimas back to back. Like, who is she, right? But before we get into the episode, I just want to thank everyone for all of the love and support on my new Simstagram journey. I have posted some photos on there. I'll give you a little sneak peek here, but I want you to click the link in the description bar below. And if you follow me on Insta, let me know and I will follow you back. I feel very encouraged and welcomed. So I really appreciate that because I was really nervous to try to start. But for now, I'm posting the official royal portraits of the kingdoms. I also plan to start posting more pictures that provide more depth to some of my storylines. So yeah, it'll be a good time over there, you guys. So in today's video, we are actually starting off things in Willow Creek. As you can see, we're in front of the Willow Creek Palace, picking up right from where the machinima left off. And we're going to end things today in Windinberg. So this episode is going to be good. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so Imogen and Dallas are here. They are dressed in purple. You can see Imogen is still a bit upset, which we're going to get into the machinima a little bit later. But one thing about Imogen, she might be wearing her little farmer type clothes most of the time, but when she gets dressed, honey, she gets dressed. And she pulled out her finest purples to make a good impression on Queen Leona, and she even made Dallas do the same. This is not something Dallas would typically wear, so he's probably throwing a little bit of a temper tantrum about it, but typically he's usually really respectful. So we're gonna go on ahead and go in. Oh, King Jared is welcoming them. So we are inside the palace, and Imogen is with King Jared and Queen Leona, and Dallas is here with Miss Ariana, and as you can see, she is back home. So she is now in phase 3 of her punishment. She does get to wear her normal clothes. However, she's still not being referred to as a princess. She has no special privileges while she's at home, such as no butlers, no meals made for her, etc. And she won't be able to attend any royal events for a long time. So she still won't get to hang out with the royal teens either. So for phase 3 of her punishment, that's the first part of it, along with doing 1,000 hours of community service throughout the kingdom, which is about 40 full days worth, which isn't realistic for her to just knock it out in 40 days because, you know, she has her studies to do. So it's going to be several months before she can complete this goal. But once she does, she'll be almost done with her months long to over a year long punishment. It'll be basically over a year when she's done being punished. With that being said, she is clearly very excited to see Dallas again, and Dallas is really excited to be here as well, as it's really his first time he's left out of Henford-on-Bagley in his life. So this is all very, very fascinating to him. And while initially the two of them, unbeknownst to each other, were becoming friendly with the other with ulterior motives in mind, they actually became genuine friends because Ariana didn't have anyone else to relate to or to get to know in her age range. And also Dallas doesn't really have any friends either because he's always so busy on the farm. So it's funny because they would have never truly thought that they would actually become friends. So I think that they're both really genuinely happy to see each other in this moment. So Ariana is saying to Dallas, hey, it's so nice to see you again. And I know I'm on punishment right now, but I'm going to keep my promise to you that I told you I'd take you around some of the royal life. And I plan on keeping my word because you were really there for me when nobody else was. And I really appreciate that. So she's letting him know when she's done with her community service that she's going to take him to meet some royal people. And Dallas is super excited about that and he appreciates it. And he asks her, like, just curious, how did you even mess up so bad that you got punished away from here for so long? Because if I were living like this, I would want to stay here forever. And she's like, you know, it gets old after a while and I don't want to really get into that because I don't feel like I was that wrong anyway. And then he's like, oh, come on, spill the tea. Come on, tell me. Ariana's like, fine, I'll tell you what happened. I think my parents were overreacting, but still. She's gonna spill the tea to him and we're gonna go check in on Miss Imogen and Queen Leona. Okay, again, so while Ari and Dallas were talking, Imogen is just about finishing up with her tour of the palace and she is getting a chance to sit and talk for a minute with the queen, and Queen Leona is thanking Imogen again for her work with Ariana, and she's like, and you know, Your Highness, to be honest, before meeting you I had negative opinions of the monarchy, but you seem so humble and down to earth with me. And Leona's like, thank you so much. You'd actually be surprised. I can understand why you might have felt that way, but you'd be surprised how many kind-hearted monarchs there are out there. And so Imogen is telling her about her connections with the King of Windinberg. She's like, if you don't mind, I would love to share something with you that's kind of personal. And she is very intrigued because she's like, King of Windinberg? What do you mean? So Leona was not necessarily familiar with Windinberg just yet, and that's going to pique her interest. So while they continue to chit chat, let's go over the machinima. Okay, so we're gonna watch Dallas and Ariana dance and have a good little time while we go over this machinima. Let's just say they're trying to learn sim talk dances or something, and they're just having them a good old funky time. There's kind of a lot to unpack with the machinima that we saw. We saw that Imogen was really devastated and kind of angry by the fact that Harley no longer trusts her. And I know Imogen is probably really frustrated. Like, you know, she wouldn't even let her have a chance to explain herself. But from Harley's perspective, I would say that it's understandably so, because unfortunately this goes a bit deeper than just this particular situation, which of course, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you should click the link in the eye so you can go look at the other machinima and the episodes so you can know what's going on. Imogen had Harley at 13 years old, and so she had to navigate motherhood the best she can as a young teen. Throughout that process, she had to do it without the help of the father. And granted, we know why. It wasn't like he didn't want to be there, but she did do it as a single mother. She did the best that she could at that young age to try to make decisions that she thought would be best for Harley. And she didn't really know when the right time would be to explain the truth of what happened in regards to why her father wasn't around. So she told Harley a long time ago that her father died, which he is dead now, but you know, that wasn't necessarily the truth at that time. And she thought that that would be the safest and best thing to do, because she did not think that she would ever see him again because of her father, and by her father I mean Imogen's father, threatening him. And also she didn't want her daughter to suffer from the pain of, okay, well, if he's out there, where is he and can I try to find him? If she tells Harley that he's dead, she would maybe find some peace in that and be like, okay, well, this chapter of my life is a chapter I can't open, so I have to just accept it and move on. So I think that that was Imogen's thought process. I know it might have been frustrating to some of you seeing Harley basically refuse her mother the opportunity to explain the situation to her, and I wanted to do that to kind of convey some of the complexities that single moms face, especially a younger one like that, when having to make tough decisions on how to deal with absent parents, and then the consequences of waiting too late to tell someone. I had a kind of similar story myself. My mom was always transparent with me about my absent father, but I had actually gotten in contact with my father pretty much right out of high school. He reached out to me on Facebook, and I kept it a secret from my family because I didn't want them to cut off that communication. Long story short, I told myself I will tell them, quote unquote, when the time is right. Lo and behold, that ended up backfiring on me very greatly. So that's kind of what happened with Imogen as well. When you have those tough and tricky situations, you're kind of afraid to face what could happen if the person is displeased. So you tell yourself you'll do it when the time is right, but usually you'll find that the time will never be, quote unquote, right. So that's kind of why I did it in that way. So I hope that you guys understand that. And it's going to definitely take Harley some time to process everything, and she'll probably want to even discuss it with King Harry, before she does her own mother, because unfortunately the consequences of keeping something so grave a secret from Harley, especially being they're quite close in age and they've had this friendship type of bond as mother and daughter, that will probably be broken forever, or for a very long time, because Harley is not messing with her mama right now. Now we are going to go on ahead and head to Windinberg and see what's popping over there. Okay, you guys, so we are in front of the old Windinberg Palace, and first I just want to apologize if you guys can hear it raining. It is raining so so hard outside. So I apologize if you can hear it, but hopefully you can't. But we are at the old Windinberg Palace because I was considering setting up this scene in the new palace, but as much as I love our majestic, beautiful palace in Windinberg, the new modern one, I think I might have to replace the lot with a different one because I notice it kind of causes a lot of lag and people always want to steal at that castle or that palace, and I don't know why. Like, I really don't understand it. So we're doing this scene here. But we haven't been here in a minute since the coronation and all that chaos that took place. So we are with the royals here. They're having a small little shindig. I did a royal banquet event. It's not a big to do, to be honest. I thought I ordered some food for them to come on this thing here. Let's serve an assortment, serve all. Can we do that? Like, can we get some food here? Okay, saying they can't, hold on. Okay, so sorry about that. They have some food now. Mabel is calling them. Her hair looks different because I recently cleaned my mods folder and I'm in the process of working hard to clean it. I had 30 gigs of stuff, which is a lot if it's unorganized. And of course mine was unorganized. So Mabel has switched up her look. We'll just say that. Because I accidentally deleted her hair. But they are here for two reasons. They're celebrating Miss Winnie. As you know, she is in the second trimester of her pregnancy. And also, King Harry wants to discuss with the extended family what is going on and the best course of action. You know, Harry is the king, so ultimately the decision is up to him, but it is a decision that will impact the family, and he is a brand new ruler. You know, he's only been king for about 3 months, and he is just now like starting to get into his roles of like making decisions and whatnot. So this is a little bit nerve-wracking for him. You know, first let's see if we can see a shot of, oh, look at Percy and these little wait, not them sitting with plates. I can't. We're gonna see those two little babies, but that is Princeton and Poppy, and I used a mod to make them look like babies. That is hilarious that they are sitting there eating like they're not whole entire ass newborns. So anyways, I'm just gonna throw a shot of them. They're gonna be conversing, so use your imagination because you know how hard it is to get them to sit down and do anything. Harry is filling them in on the situation with Emma Jean and Harley, and I know that Eleanor would be really pissed just at the mentioning of Emma Jean's name, because even though Emma Jean didn't do anything to her, you could imagine finding out, oh, this is my husband's other woman type of thing. Even though this situation is a little bit tricky because she was the woman before her. Emma Jean was the woman before Eleanor, but Eleanor sees Emma Jean as the reason why she couldn't have more kids. So she is pissed. She doesn't mess with Emma Jean. So that's going to be interesting when they do meet, because best believe they're going to meet. So Harry is admitting to them, you know, I feel kind of stressed and overwhelmed with everything going on. And I think that after like I resolve this issue, I think I might get some therapy. So I think that that would be really good for him because, you know, he's still grieving the loss of his father. He has the new stressors of fatherhood, and he has the huge stress of like a whole town of people in Henford-on-Bagley pissed with him because he's taking over. And then he has the complexities of dealing with Emma Jean and Harley and the complexities of his mother. It's just a lot. It's a lot for one person. So that would be stressful AF. But Harry is suggesting to the family that, okay, Winnie, can you move, girl? Thank you. Thank you, sus. Thank you, girl. You better not set the dishes down on the table. Okay, go ahead, Duchess Winnie. She rarely thinks about others, so let's let her do her thing and clean the dishes up after the folks. But yes, so they're having a discussion, and Harry is saying to the family, I was thinking about letting them have royal titles and letting them oversee Henford-on-Bagley since they know the land best and they know the most about the cultivation. And let's be real, we have our hands full in Windinberg anyways. Well, Dowager Empress is like, absolutely not. not. I don't think they deserve anything. They are strangers. They don't belong in the royal realm. They don't belong with royal titles. And so Hamish is chiming in and saying, with all due respect, mommy, I think you're not being very reasonable and fair because you're upset about dad, which that is true. She's not gonna want them to have anything because of, you know, her feelings about her late husband. But if you think about it, it's not really fair that Harley grew up not only without their dad, but had a life of struggles. They had to get up and work every day on a farm to make ends meet. Whereas Harry and Hamish had a life of luxury and prestige and, you know, privilege. So I think that part of Harry's motivation in wanting to give them a title is so that he can kind of help offset some of the wrongs that life dealt to them. So what do you guys think of that? I think that that sounds kind of fair. What do y'all think? Let me know in the comments below. Now, the final thing we're going to do is take a look at these newborns. Look at the size difference in comparison to Percy, who has no shoes on for some reason. But I'm gonna go into cast mode real quick so you can see them a bit better. Okay, you guys, so we're in cast mode, and I just wanted to show you guys the adorable little newborns, Princeton and Poppy. You know what's funny? One thing I didn't think about when naming Princeton is that he's gonna be Prince Princeton. That's kind of funny. This is a mod that makes the babies, that basically makes the toddlers different sizes. So they are toddlers technically, but they are still newborns. And I did this to try it out and also to be able to take pictures of them. So this is what they will look like for a while. And this is how Princeton looks just outside of the little swaddle blanket. I don't really care for this hair, but I cannot find a lot of hairs that are like suited for little babies like this that look newbornish. But look how cute Princeton is. Isn't he adorable? I think they both got their mom's eyes. And then here is Poppy. And Poppy came out with blonde hair. So she came out with her father's hair. I think that when she's older, we'll probably make her eyebrows a little bit brown or something. But look how cute. How precious are they? Funny enough, the game brought me back here after the cast. So looks like it was just destined for us to see this palace maybe possibly one last time before I change it. But I'm gonna go on ahead and end the episode here. So yes, Harry is basically meeting with his family members to try to get some unbiased opinions from like his wife, from Langston, from Mabel, from Hamish, you know, from Winnie, because they will give him an unbiased opinion, whereas his mother will not. So the decision is Harry's on what to do moving forward, because remember, he still has the opportunity to just walk away and just take over control of Henford on Bagley if he so chooses and tell Harley and Imogen to kick rocks. But he doesn't want to do that, but he wants to know what his family thinks of this situation and what they would do. And let me know what you guys would do if you were in this situation, or what you think King Harry should do. If you enjoyed this episode, again, please hit the thumbs up button and definitely leave me a comment down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.